Hey y'all, episode 2, Red Flags. I'm Key.
I'm D, and we are candid as fuck. So, don't talk about us, y'all. This is about as real as it's ever gonna get, because you see how we looking right now, damn near ready for bed. But
Right.
before we drop this episode, so yeah, but we still cute though. Ha!
I'm so But look, y'all, I done took 3 shots before this episode, and I'm
Shit.
shotted. That's all I got.
Nothing
So,
will always be sick in the episode, so y'all just know. My sister always got her glass handy.
right, drink that shit, girl. Drink that shit. All right, so red flags. It doesn't always have to
Yeah,
be relationships. It could be family, friends, coworkers, anything where red flag is coming in at. So you can
definitely.
take that wherever
Mm-hmm.
wherever it fits.
Wherever it's your situation. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Most. Definitely. And I seen like as I've gotten older, I'm starting to pay more attention to those red flags because
Yes.
when you kind of just look, I felt like I was just looking over them and thinking I can switch something up to turn these red flags into a yellow flag and then a green flag, and that shit just stay red. So
Exactly. You
trying
can't.
to be more aware and shit of
Hmm.
actually recognizing the red flag and dealing with it appropriately. And I guess that is ultimately the question that needs to be asked. How do you deal with red flags once you recognize them?
See, the thing is, you're supposed to deal with those red flags at the beginning. As soon as you see that red flag, you're supposed to say something about that red flag. But the thing is, a lot of us, a lot of us won't say anything about the red flag.
You are
We'll
so
look
right.
at it because we want that love from that person. You know what I mean? We want that attention from that person. And like I said, it could be family, friends, coworkers, anybody. You want that. You want them to
Mm-hmm.
like you and appreciate you. You want them to feel like you understand
Yes,
that you're
definitely.
not gonna nag them like other people.
Girl, you know I got that shit bad. Forever holding my fucking tongue because I don't want to upset the other party. But it's eternally upset.
Right. But it's like you got to start weighing it out. And as we get older, we weigh it out. You know,
Yes.
is this making you lose yourself to do this shit right here, to continue on doing this shit? Because at some point, when you get to growing past that shit, you get to going back to low vibrational situations.
Yep.
You,
And I
you
think
just,
once you actually start healing, your body will start reacting differently to these red flags. Like, well, as before, you were letting it slide, letting it slide, letting it
mm-hmm.
slide. But when you realize that that was a real problem and you have worked through that, once you see it again, you like your body gonna be like, nope, can't do this. We not doing this.
Yeah.
Adios.
And
This.
the sad thing about it is, after all that time of you letting them do it, you've already taught a person that that's what they can do with you, and you gonna just go ahead and bow down to it because that's what you taught
Yep.
them.
Yeah, and that shit is crazy as the fuck. Cause yeah, definitely believe we need to be more conscious of what we are teaching people, how we are teaching people to treat us as an
Right.
individual.
And
The
then
saying is really true.
also, go ahead.
That's true that a person will only do what you let them, and if you continue not saying nothing, then you are letting them treat you that way that you really just don't like.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah,
Yes. And it gets tiring because it's like if you don't use mind over heart in a lot of these situations, then you gonna end up in some fucked up shit because women, not even women, people in general, because we're talking about every kind of relationship here that you can have.
yep.
So it's like, oh girl, I just lost my train of thought. I'm so done. I don't like it. I
Oh
can't be
well,
getting
that's
on no
the
podcast off 3 shots. Y'all, I don't drink.
you don't. That's my thing, but you know
All
it
right.
is. um. Okay, so with us deciding, the wheel had chose what episode topic we were going to do, I kind of asked some friends, as well as putting down my own thoughts of what they felt red flags would be,
Mm-hmm.
and they were different ages. That's why I really wanted to actually ask different people, like what they thought.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but one of my main ones is love bombing.
Girl, yes, I put that on my list too. Love bombing. Oh my God. A motherfucker will
Yeah.
come in and love bomb the fuck out your ass and make you think that you are supposed to be a certain way towards them,
Yep.
or they're gonna always be this way towards you. You got family that'll come in, they never talk to you, but as soon as they need some funds, they talking.
Right.
Like,
Or
hey,
you
how
got
you
that friend
doing?
to do that. Or you might have that friend to do that, like that you don't hear from them for months until they need something. Oh, hey, how you
Exactly.
been? I'm sorry, I've been so busy. Have you?
Right, with
Yeah,
what?
me. Yeah, it's like, yeah, me too. Life. Everybody got life issues. It's a daily thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
Exactly.
yeah. Can you give an example of what you feel like love bombing might look like for those who may not be aware of what that is?
Um,
And I'm gonna actually look up the definition so we can give them the definition. We're gonna be a little bit.
we'll go and give them the definition, and then we can give some examples of when we've had that in our life.
Oh shoot, y'all bear with me. Definition. I feel like I was dealing with love bombing today, low key.
Girl, and
Cause
at
guess
the
what?
same time, bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't know how I'm gonna
always.
get through my day.
Just like you did. Okay. Love bombing involves showering someone with flattery and attention so they become deeply attached and want to stay in a relationship regardless of how they are treated. Baby!
Girl,
Baby. Oh! Oh! It also
girl,
says love bombing is a manipulation tactic where someone showers another person with excessive flattery, attention, and affection, often with the goal of controlling or isolating them. It involves an overwhelming display of love and admiration intended to create a deep sense of dependency and attachment in the recipient, making them feel deeply connected and wanting to remain in the relationship despite potential abuse or manipulation. Baby.
girl, why that
Oh,
just happened to me?
oh, the
Just
fuck?
happened to me. I'm
Me
sitting
too.
there, and I'm sitting there because I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh, I love you. Oh, the love is just so deep. It's deeper than it was at the beginning. And I felt it at the beginning. It's just so deep, baby. And I just love you so much. And I just want to give you everything. And I'll give you anything. And I'm going to pretend I changed right now. I'm going to pretend I changed right now just so that you can see things my way while I'm sitting there seeing things my way.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like when it was happening, I was love bombed the fuck out. Okay, doing shit that I would never do, accepting shit that I would never accept, looking at those red flags and being like, "Hey, can you not do this today, or can we do this tomorrow, or hey, when I asked you if you would support me, I know you said that you would, but it kind of doesn't feel like it a lot." Just for it to be switched around like, well, I told you I was going to support you. And so now I got to go ahead and say all these things right here so that you don't feel worthy of what you need support of. And then I'm going to come back and build you up just a little bit.
It's always gonna be the little bit, and that leads into breadcrumbing, right?
Right.
So that's another. definitely red flag. These little breadcrumb taxes, which is what I feel like I'm going through. They like give you just enough attention and flattery to keep you hooked, so you won't stop fucking with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they use the love bombing to get to like, you might get to a point where you're like, all right, fuck this, I can't do this. You ain't giving me what I want. Okay, here comes the love bomb. Yep.
Right. As soon as you stop talking to them, as soon as you stop fucking with them, answering them fucking phone calls like you did, that's when the
Mm,
love bombing comes.
exactly. Well, it wasn't even. It was maybe a little bit, but it just basically definitely made the situation feel like I did something wrong. When it's like, no, I'm just tired of your bullshit, and so I'm doing something different. Instead of me continually accepting the shit that you do, I'm about
Right.
to remove the situation.
But I
But
also
you know,
consider love bombing to be like, oh, you not talking to me. You leaving me on red, and now I can't get through my day. You're telling me you can't get through your day without me being cool with you? You telling me you can't go get through your day without me answering your phone calls, telling you that I love you and doing all this different shit when I really don't get that from you?
at all, you get a certain. You only hear from the person at a certain time of day.
Right.
More than likely, at the beginning of the day, because that means if they are in some fraudulent activity, meaning another relationship,
Mm-hmm.
that means they are no longer around that other person, so they can actually kind of give you the little attention that they feel like you deserve for that moment.
Mm-hmm. While they sitting over there paying bills, doing all this other shit at this other person's house and can't offer you shit.
Not a damn thing. Okay, so let's see. Another thing that I wrote down was being secretive. I really do feel like that is definitely a red flag, because what are you hiding, and what are you trying to hide? Like, I need to be loved out loud. I'm not
Right.
saying you gotta have everybody in our business, but they should definitely know that I'm yours and yours mine in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So being secretive and shit, that mm-mm, mm-mm,
Right,
mm-mm.
especially when you want to know everything about me.
Right.
You want to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. You don't call me, but when you do call me, if I don't answer the phone, what's the first thing that's going to be said?
Mm. Somebody got your attention, huh?
Man, man.
What you mean? Oh, they must be doing something. Who is they? They who? Me, myself, and I? Last time I checked, I'm in this bitch single and lonely.
Right, waiting on you.
What? Waiting on you. To actually call. Ah!
Right.
That clock is ticking. But anywho, what's another one you have on your list?
I have, uh, thank you to I love you. Thank you to I
Bitch.
love you. That is a fucking red flag. If you just find yourself so in love with this person,
So you telling me you didn't tell the motherfucker I love you and they said thank you?
right.
Bitch.
Do you know how many times I've heard about that? How many people will say that shit to me? I said I loved him, and you know what he said? What'd he say? What'd he say, girl? Thank
I
you.
love you too. Thank you. The fuck? Did you give him
Mm-mm.
a did you bring him a treat or something? The fuck? Thank you.
Right. Right. The
Yeah.
fuck?
That's questionable.
I ain't never had it
At its
happen to me. Like, I haven't experienced it thus far in life, but
God.
mm-mm.
Now I had to think, you know what? I think I just didn't get it. It just wasn't said back. It wasn't it just was like conversation switched.
Which don't make no sense.
Like I didn't even say those words or something. It was like, yeah, okay. So what we doing tomorrow? Damn, nigga. Right.
So, another one is you begin to apologize for your own feelings.
Boy, tell me about that one. I'm still trying to recover from that type of thing because I
Mhm.
do it often. I definitely watch what I say to a motherfucker, afraid of how they're gonna feel about how I feel.
Right.
So then I'm saying nothing. Like, who fuck them?
Right, because that says right there that you don't feel like you can be yourself when you talk to this person. You don't feel like you can. As a matter of fact, the real feeling is you're not safe.
Mm, mm-hmm.
You're not
Mm,
safe to tell this person that you feel this way.
right.
So that's a whole nother episode right there.
Safety and definitely is. We have that on one of our lists? Because if we don't, I'm about to add it. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna write it down now, just in case we don't have
Right.
it on the list.
Because most people don't even know what safety even means to them to be able to
Right.
say it.
They're probably thinking more of like a physical aspect of it, and it's not really physical. It's definitely emotional too.
Right.
And emotional safety is just as, if not as more important than the physical side sometimes. Now, I checked in with my coworkers before I got out today just to try to pick their brains and see what they were going to say. This is what I got from someone who is 29 by turn 30.
Okay.
She said, taking your phone everywhere all of a sudden. Like you, at first you just, you believe it around, but then you switch it up and you always grabbing your phone, even if you're going to just be out the room for 30 seconds, you grabbing your phone. I'm like, yeah, that's a red flag. Definitely, because that's suspect as hell.
Right.
She said also flipping over the phone. But you know what? I do that as well, but I think I got used to doing it at work because I don't want my screen to be lighting up. So I will flip it over sometimes just so it's not lighting up as much. So I'm gonna have to be conscious about that shit because I don't want no motherfucking thing I'm trying to be sneaky just by doing something I'm used to doing because I'm always at work.
But you at work though. Your coworkers don't need to know what's going on your phone.
Okay, now this one I really want your opinion on. She
Okay.
said sharing passwords. At what point in a relationship do you feel like it is a good time to share a password, need to share a password, should share passwords, however you want to word that shit?
I think that when you choose to be in a relationship is a relationship. So as soon as you decide that you're gonna be in this relationship, you shouldn't have any problem in this world with the other person seeing your phone.
Stop it. That is true. So would you say, okay, an exclusive relationship then? Because you might just be dating.
Yeah, it has to be an exclusive relationship because dating is dating. Dating means that you're trying to figure out what you want. Dating means that you're going around and you can date other people if you want to, unless you're
Mm.
exclusively dating this person. Now, of course,
Girl,
at that
hush.
time, you're not supposed to have that person's password. That's their privacy. And even
Yeah.
then, like, I also feel like a lot of people don't want to give their passwords because of privacy itself. You know what
And I
I
mean,
mean?
I get that. It's not that it just shows a level for me. Once that type of thing is shared, it just shows a level of trust and commitment.
Right? But a lot of time you can't even
It
trust the
can give us,
person that you're
yeah,
giving your
it can give you
password to.
reassurance without even like saying it something verbally. You clearly fucking with me if you giving me your password to your phone because
Exactly.
motherfuckers be real secretive about their damn phone for real, for real.
Now, I do like that.
Okay.
I do like the whole give me your password shit without, because I'm never going to ask for your password.
Uh huh.
And that's also another one on my list, transparency.
Hmm. Oh, transparency is so fucking sexy, and when it is not
Yes,
there, that it's a red motherfucking flag.
exactly. Exactly.
Or when they gave you transparency at first, and then stop being transparent at some point. Like, why you switching up?
Did you say that? Did you say, hey, why you switching up? Girl, I need you to
Girl, you
drink
know I
that wine. I had too many shots for you not to drink that wine. Okay? You've been having that wine since we started this damn episode. It's been 20
ain't
minutes and 15 seconds.
okay. Don't be doing that. You trying to get me drunk on camera and shit
Yeah,
because you drunk on camera.
girl, I
No.
am. Let these people see. Let these people
Okay,
see
so we
what
don't want this
besties.
episode too long.
Huh?
Okay, we really don't want this episode too long. So, um, what do you feel about avoiding a question when asked? Is that one? I believe it. That's definitely a red flag to me because it's like, why are you beating around the bush asking the question, especially if it's a yes or no answer?
Exactly, because if you're loyal, if you're honest, if you're transparent, what reason in this world, because that's what a relationship is, what reason in this world do you have not to be able to answer a question when I ask it? Because now you're seeing
Exactly.
suspect, and I don't like suspect.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
Suspect makes me
Um,
have to think about shit. Now I'm thinking all kinds of shit. Now I gotta ask you about some shit. And
yeah,
if
and
you
then
don't
you're gonna
answer
be like,
that question, we're gonna have problems.
exactly. Okay. She also said white lies, which I could see. You know, if somebody lies about something simple, then they definitely will lie about something big. Mm. Lying ass motherfucker, but we gonna move on.
Right.
Mm. Now this one, I mean, I get it, but it was also kind of funny. Too many baby daddies or baby mamas. I was like, okay, man, life happens, but
Right. I don't know. I don't really judge off of whether or not a man has. I'm talking like I'll just be talking to all the men, girl, okay?
so,
And I
you
don't.
don't.
But if you got like 7 baby mamas and 7 kids, I'm sitting here like, when did you ever wear protection? That's one.
What?
Okay, number 2, why did none of those relationships why did none of those relationships last?
Mm-hmm.
And you are the common factor in all of that.
Bingo.
I can see how
Let's
that
start
can
taking this
definitely be
episode.
a red
Yeah.
flag. But at the same time, shit happens. Life happens. We're human.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, as you said, shit definitely happens. You could have just been fucking around on the humbug and shit condom broke. Now she pregnant. Damn.
Right, but it still calls to the fact that you don't use protection.
I said the condom broke. That means he used
Oh, you
protection, but
said
the
the
condom broke.
condom broke. I hate this.
Yeah.
Like when I talk, if you start talking, it's mute on my end.
Damn. It don't do that for me. That's crazy.
Right. So I didn't even hear you say any of that shit, but hell yeah, okay, if the condom broke or whatever, but the condom did not break 17 times. And if your dick is that fucking big that the condom keep on breaking, then you need to invest in something else.
Or if your dick is too small and you put in a condom on that's too big.
Oh my God, girl. And what about when it slips off into the vagina and you can they come out
That's
and
gonna be
you
that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother episode right there.
girl.
Okay. Hygiene.
Oh
Red flag.
man.
Definitely a red flag. And I'm sure that goes both ways with men and women. Now, I did try to hit up my boy to see if I can get some male perspective on this. What, males may feel is a red flag for a female, but he was tied up. So hopefully, we're going to say this right now. If you just go ahead and comment on this, we can have the discussion. We love it. We want you to engage with us. Please leave a comment and we will discuss. Let us know, fellas, what is a red flag for y'all?
Right. And at the end of the next episode that we have, we will pick whatever, we'll spin the wheel for whatever is there, whatever you've commented, so that we can discuss it at the end.
Energy vampires. big ass red flag.
Oh my God,
Big ass
girl.
red flag. If you are constantly being around someone and after they depart your presence, you just tired and drained and don't know why, that was a motherfucking energy vampire. They just used you up
Yes.
and left.
Or if you get a phone call, if you just get a phone call and you talking to this person, and by the time the phone call ends, it don't matter if it was 2 minutes or 2 hours. By the time that phone call end, you gone. Energy just drained. You like, goddamn, why did
Yep.
I even answer the phone?
Yep. Gotta be careful of that, people. Gotta be careful of that. Now, these next two are very much red flags for me, and that is lack of empathy and unable to control emotions.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to be able to. You may not be able to sympathize, but you can always empathize with somebody. You may
Exactly.
not,
And
may
empathy,
not
if you
understand their
did not
struggle.
know, empathy means being able to place yourself in somebody else's shoes and to
Yes,
understand what they're going through, what they're feeling, and whatever else. If you can't do that, you do not have empathy.
if you try to make them feel like their feelings are invalid, you do not have empathy.
Exactly. And all of this means you do not have vulnerability.
That's definitely another episode. We're gonna get deep into that one. Ooh, y'all gonna hate us for that one, but it's okay.
Right.
Ooh, another big one. Ooh, not taking accountability.
Oh my God. Accountability is that's the number one thing that you need. Okay? Because nothing can change, nothing can be fixed, nothing can go anywhere without accountability. If you don't even know your own fucking actions, or rather if you do know your actions but you don't want to account for those actions, you on some bullshit. Because accountability means
Always.
taking accountability for the good stuff and the bad stuff. If you can't do that,
Yep,
you need to be by yourself healing and trying to figure out why the fuck you can't do that.
exactly. Definitely. Definitely. Don't you I hate when a person constantly makes the turn the situation back around on you. Like, nah, baby. Don't get mad at my reaction to your action.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
no, you did something that caused me to act this way. Own that shit. You may not have meant it, which is fine. Things happen unintentionally.
All the time.
But you not make it feel like I'm just tripping, because nah, bro. I'm not always just tripping. I'm not always in my feelings. I'm not being too sensitive. You did some fuck shit and I'm calling you out on it.
Exactly. And that will make a person, man or woman, that will make a person not want to discuss things with you. That will make a person hold back from you, detach from you. It'll do all kinds of shit to a relationship because you feel unsafe. Like
Yep.
we spoke about at the beginning, you feel unsafe. Girl, we are at 28 minutes and we got up to 30 minutes that we're gonna do.
Yep. Um, she mentioned not picking up on your partner's love language. I don't know if that's necessarily a red flag per se. That just seems like it's more of a conversation that is needed, because
Right, a teaching situation.
everybody does. For one, they don't know their love language.
Mm-hmm.
And for two, they don't understand that just because your love language, let's just say, is quality time, but your partner's love language is gifts, y'all gonna always clash because you're not speaking their love language.
Exactly, and that goes back to vulnerability. You got to be vulnerable enough to learn, and you have to be vulnerable enough to teach someone what it is that you want.
Yes, it's always gonna be a work in progress, but if I feel like if both parties just can stay open minded, then it could work out. It could definitely work out.
Right.
But you both gotta want to do it. It can't just be one side and one motherfucker trying to make something work and the other motherfucker like, yeah.
Yep. I love you, bestie. Ooh, I love our little conversations.
Because we always had, girl, this is a daily for us
I
throughout the day.
know. I know.
We just bringing it out. We just showing people how we get down. And I guess you know what? Since you was talking about me and my wife, actually, I'm not gonna finish this shit right now.
Girl, I
I was
am
about to
mad.
lie.
I am mad about that damn glass of wine. You ain't did shit with that. You
Mm-mm.
ain't did shit.
Mm.
While I'm
Mm-mm.
sitting up here, girl, feeling good as hell, tipsy, everything else.
That's because I'm not a lightweight, but I don't do shots, so it can't be no shot o'clock over here. Cause nah, it ain't gonna happen. I'm a sipper.
But
I
I
like
am a lightweight, but I can only do shots because if I sip it, it just gets too disgusting. It's too disgusting. Ugh.
that's you don't.
I
I
done drank a
definitely don't sip.
whole can of Sprite off of 3 shots. Betsy, you look so pretty with your bonnet and your
Thank you.
glasses. I love it.
Who looks cute in a bonnet? I don't know, but she said I look cute, so I kept it on, y'all. I think my bestie look cute with her little bandana, and we
Oh,
did fucking.
girl. Girl,
Why did
look,
we?
so we cute going to bed. We cute going to bed, okay? Cause
Well,
y'all,
I
that's what we
mean,
about to do. We about to get off this, talk to each other, and go to bed.
and
That's what's
is
gonna happen.
we got to recap after y'all. But again, thank you for tuning in. Please, please, please like, share, subscribe, and leave some comments. We want to engage with y'all.
You're
It's supposed to be
right.
fun. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. So we can handle it. Maybe.
All right,
Until
y'all.
next time. Bye.
Bye.